Welcome BA third year English literature students. Today we are going to do a poem by Rupert Brooke, and the title of the poem is The Soldier. And by the very title you might have understood that it is a patriotic poem, a poem filled with patriotism. And let me give you a small introduction of Rupert Brooke. Rupert Brooke is a modern poet and he is mainly a war poet. He is known for his war poetry and patriotic poetry, and he is closely identified with the ideas and thoughts related to the starting of the First World War. He was educated at Rugby and at Cambridge, and he wrote both in poetry and in prose. He also is popular for writing some criticism and drama, and he had serious political and social interest, but his link with the rising patriotic fervor of the 1914s and then his early death in 1915 resulted in excessive praise of his war poetry, which overshadowed the rest of his work. Means he wrote on other topics, other subject matter also, but he is mainly known for his war poetry because of the atmosphere of the war in 1914, the First World War, and because he died in 1915. So he is mainly remembered for his war poetry. The beginning of the 20th century, it witnessed a disillusionment with imperialism and the growing tendency among the liberal thinkers to denounce it. It was also a period of low esteem on the part of the British people, and thus, when the First World War, broke out in 1914, many people welcomed it as a necessary crisis which would reactivate and remotivate national life and the zeal and enthusiasm for patriotism. So, this was not really a sustainable view, and the ugly and painful side of war soon came to the forefront, as is reflected in the works of other war writers like Wilfred Owen, Siegfried Sassoon, and Edmund Blunden. Now, Brooke, however, did not live long enough to see this, as he died in 1915 before seeing his actual action. So it is sad that he died in 1915 and he could not see the results of this action. So the poem Soldier is one of the 5 sonnets which Rupert Brooke wrote, which were published in 1914 sonnets. The collection of the poems, the name of the collection is 1914 Sonnets, and it was published in the December volume in 1914 in New Numbers. New Numbers is the name of the journal. It was commented upon by Dean Inge, who viewed it as the enthusiasm of a pure and elevated patriotism. It is in the tradition of other patriotic poems like Tennyson's Blow Bugle Blow. It is also a patriotic poem, The Charge of the Light Brigade. And this is a sonnet which follows the rhyme scheme of ABAB, CDCD, EFG, EFG. So, in totality, it is a Miltonic sonnet with octave and sestet. So, let us start with the poem. The title of the poem is The Soldier, and the poet is Rupert Brooke. If I should die, think only this of me, that there is some corner of a foreign field that is forever England. There shall be in that rich earth a richer dust concealed, a dust whom England bore, shaped, made aware, gave once her flowers to love, her ways to roam. A body of England's, breathing English air, washed by rivers, blessed by sons of home. And think this heart, all evil shed away, a pulse in the eternal mind, no less gives somewhere back the thoughts by England given. Her sights and sounds, dreams as happy as her day, and laughter learnt of friends and gentleness, in hearts at peace under an English heaven. Now, It is a soldier's plea. Plea means request to his countrymen. He says that if I should die, think only this of me. He says that there are chances that I may die because I am a soldier, and I may die fighting for my country. I may become a martyr in some other lands also. So he says, if I should die, think only this of me. Whenever I die, and if I die in a foreign land, think this of me, that there is some corner of a foreign field that is forever England. He gives a beautiful idea that maybe I die in a foreign field, and if I die, think this of me, that I have converted a patch of land in a foreign field into England. So he says, think that there is some corner in the foreign battlefield which has become England forever. Why? Because I am a citizen of England, and if I will be buried in some foreign field, so my body, which is made up of the dust of England, will convert that part of foreign field into the dust of England. It is a very new idea. There shall be in that rich earth a richer dust concealed. You see, earth is rich. Everywhere earth is rich. It is rich in minerals. So he says, in that rich earth of the foreign field, a richer dust will be concealed. Now, which is the richer dust? Richer dust is the dust of England. How did the dust of England reach some foreign field? In the form of the body of the soldier. He says, when my body will be converted into dust in some foreign field, and because my body is made up of the dust of England, so he says, so my body, the dust of my body will be concealed in the dust of foreign field. So some corner, a patch of land in the foreign field will be converted forever into England. So he says, in that rich earth filled with minerals of the foreign field, so richer dust concealed. Concealed means hidden. So think this of me, that in the rich dust, rich earth of a foreign field, there is a richer dust, because the dust of my country is richer than the foreign fields. So a dust whom England bore. Now, why did he say that my body's dust will convert that part of that patch of land into England? Because the dust of my body was borne by England. A dust whom England bore, shaped and made aware. Means each part of my body is made up of the dust of England. England bore. Bore means England gave birth. Shaped. The shape to my body was given by England. Made aware. Made aware intellectually. I gained knowledge in England only. Gave once her flowers to love, her ways to roam. So not only my external body, but my internal body is also made up of England. Because England gave me her flowers to love, her ways to roam. Means each and every thought, each and every feeling, my likes and my dislikes, my perspective, my knowledge, my experience, everything is given to me by England. He says, my body is of England's. My body belongs to England, because everything in it, whether it is physical or emotional or intellectual, everything I possess is given to me by England, a body of England's, breathing English air. And even the breaths which I have taken, even my life-giving oxygen was given to me by England. Washed by rivers and blessed by suns of home. My body was washed by the rivers of England and it was blessed by the sons of home. Now you notice the expression sons of home. Home means my motherland, England. And think this heart all evil shed away. Now he says, even my heart belongs to England, and I know that my heart contains a lot of evils also, but ignoring all my evils, if you judge my heart, it is a pulse in the eternal mind. It bears the patriotic feelings towards my motherland, England. No less give somewhere back the thoughts by England given. Even my thoughts, the shape of my mind, my mental processes is given to me by England. So, if you see the reflections of my mind, of my thoughts, you will find England in each and every thought. So he says that my thoughts are also given to me by England. My emotions are given to me by my motherland. Her sights and sounds, all my sights, all my sounds, whatever I have looked upon, whatever I have heard, whatever knowledge I have gained by the way of sight and sound, all of uh, all of that is given to me by my motherland, England. Dreams happy as her day. Now dreams means the prospects of future. England gave me the prospect of future. England gave me dreams. England gave me something to dream upon. So he says, dreams happy as her day. So it gave me a very bright future, as happy as her day. And laughter learnt of friends. Even whenever I have laughed and whenever I was happy, whenever I was joyous, it was with my English friends only. And gentleness. We all know that England is known for its courtesy, is known for its manners and gentleness. So he says, whatever manners I have learnt, courtesy I have learnt, all those have been given to me by my country, England. In hearts at peace. So he says, my country, England, has also taught me to live at peace with others under an English heaven. For me, my motherland is heaven. We all know that for us, for all of us, our nation, our country is like heaven because we are accustomed to it, because everything everything our personality contains is given to us by our motherland. So in short, let us revise the poem. He says that there are possibilities that I may die while fighting a battle in a foreign field. So do not think, do not feel sorrow, do not feel sad that my body was not brought to motherland, but think otherwise that my motherland has reached a foreign land. How is it possible? He says that you should think that there is a corner in some foreign field which is converted into England forever. Because my body, when it will be buried in a foreign land, in some corner of a foreign land, my body will convert that corner of land, that soil, into that dust, into England, because my body is nothing but England. The physique of my body is England's. My thoughts, my emotions, my intellect, my knowledge, my experience, my perspective, all are given to me by my motherland, England. So he says, my body belongs to England. Even my heart belongs to England. He says that no doubt even I have some evils in my heart, but if you overlook those evils, if you ignore those evils, you will find that my heart is pure from within. It has a pulse in the eternal mind, means there is a divinity, there is divinity in my heart and mind, and even my thoughts are given to me by my England. I have laughed with my friends, English friends. I have been given opportunities of future by my country. And he says, I have learned a lot of gentleness, manners by my country, and to live in peace with other people. So for me, my country is heaven. So in conclusion, I will say that this is a beautiful patriotic poem in which the poet is sure that if he dies in a foreign land, his body is capable of converting that part of land in the of a foreign land into England. Thank you.